Hello everybody. Welcome to day number 4. Not too much craziness going on. It's a bit of a slower day, still a bit sick from yesterday, but we're recovering. Nothing of note, no updates. Still trying to get in contact with Creator Mix to fix up some of our issues there, and we can hope... I've made some changes to the chat boxes this time, so we can hope that those will work a bit better today. If we have some people so inclined to use chat. But yeah, so without further ado, let's change over to our camera. I didn't even just realize I did not do any camera setup for today, so hopefully it's somewhat centered. We'll see. Yeah, I could probably move it this way just a tiny bit. Very good. That will work. Nice. Awesome. So, yeah, nothing crazy of note. We're gonna do our 10-minute warm-up. I've been thinking about integrating our 10-minute warm-up into our hour drawing session, but who knows, who cares. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. I have picked out my textures today. I did remember to do that. We have 2 of them to do. Have a different philosophy about doing textures and all that, but nothing of note there. So yeah, welcome for those who are tuning in, whether this is your first time or one of many times, but regardless, you are here to do something productive and healthy for yourself. Been going through some bit of a mental debate recently about how I want to structure these streams and how I want to do them, because at the end of the day, viewers are not at all, or I shouldn't say viewers, but popularity or stuff like that is not at all the goal of these streams. I just want people who are consistent, I want to see people make some awesome stuff on here, and I want them to join me in doing so. That being said, I don't really want a large stream, contrary to what many may want on this platform, whether that be because of monetary income or just they like having a lot of viewers. I don't really want that because I don't really like the chaos. With that being said, I'm considering my format of streaming because I definitely, no matter what, I definitely want to catalog my progress on here through my art, and I want to share that with my friends and people who are also into art like me. And I want to encourage people to pick up hobbies and things like that that are healthy for them. But at the same time, I don't want all the chaos. I don't want... Not saying that I'm destined to become, this mega popular streamer. But moving to unlisted videos may be a future option. I haven't completely considered it yet. But moving to like a Discord-oriented stream for productivity, that may be the move. This is all, hasn't been totally considered yet. You can tell I'm not focusing because, man, these lines are not connected today. But yeah, so it's just a thought. Nothing too crazy. I was considering doing that today, but I feel like some explanation would be in order. And plus, for the few people who have appeared in these streams, I don't want to abandon them. Not that they are not capable of doing this awesome stuff on their own. But yeah, it's kind of a toss-up because I really want to build an awesome community of people who like making stuff. But at the same time, I don't want chaos. I think not many people want chaos, so that isn't a far reach. Speaking of chaos, goodness, these lines are not my best. But yeah, so if I randomly disappear or stuff like that, I'm probably just making unlisted streams. Feel free to contact me if you want to join these streams. But yeah, that's probably going to be the go for the future. This is just a hobby. For me, I don't seek to make money or fame or any of that through here. In fact, quite the opposite. I want this to just remain a hobby so I can enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, thankfully, I'm very early into this process, so switching to unlisted streams would not, I don't know, rock the boat? I don't even know if rock the boat's the right analogy for that. Who knows? Yeah, starting, we're speeding up. Starting to notice that. Oh goodness. Doesn't mean our lines are necessarily straight though. Different day, different jacket too, so I can blame my jacket like I did yesterday. Gonna go for a pretty basic cereal box here. Maybe we could remake a Frankenbox. Who knows? Boxes truly are just one of the most awesome tools an artist can have. And if anyone ever asks me, even though I am also a very novice artist, what they recommend, or what I recommend they focus on, your forms, your boxes, your fundamentals. I've seen so much progress just from this. Oof. Well, that happened. Super foreshortened, making my life a lot easier. Probably get a bit more talkative into the stream once we're discussing our textures, but just letting a lazy day be a lazy day. Don't need me yapping 24/7. Speaking of yapping, apologies if you hear my dogs outside. Doesn't seem like my mic's picking it up on the readout there. Perfect stuff. I could definitely tell that does not converge correctly, but I don't think that's the end of the world. One day, when we're not worrying about textures and stuff, I'll be able to give a deeper analysis on the performance of my boxes. Yeah, my dog's getting very close to barking at the door, so apologies if you hear that as well. I do have a noise gate, but I'm not sure how much that will save this. Very strangely curved line. The fact that I was able to repeat that several times is pretty impressive. It's like a bow almost, jeez. These longer boxes do always cause a bit more searching with my dots than I'd like. Oh, shoot. I just saw chat. Oh, and chat is working too. Awesome. Yeah, sadly, music is still being worked on, both with Creator Mix and that, unfortunately. Partially me just forgetting and being lazy. But partially the fact that I'm still looking for licenses for some of it too. But, yeah, it's very excited. I think it's mainly because on OBS I locked the layer for chat, which, who knows? If that was the reason for it or not. I really doubt it, but I guess that would be the reason for it. Who knows? Very, very confused because my dashboard on the right side of my screen says that no one's in here, and so that like chat actually just almost jump scared me. Let me see if I could get. Oh, okay, now it updates when I click on it. That's cool. Okay. Hopefully I don't break my whole setup here. Perfect. There we go. Oh wow, I just realized my timer just is about to end. Oh, we need to finish the box. Jeez. Man, that means I was pretty good on time today, because usually I go several minutes over. Oh yeah, I haven't done my ellipses over yet. That's probably why. Okay, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Been a very quiet and cozy day for myself. Just been working on little projects here and there, enjoying the winter break as we all should. Earlier in the stream, I had a quick debate on whether I'm going to move to unlisted streams or not, because this one is public. And I just realized you can still put unlisted videos in public playlists, so I may do that. Who knows? Oof, what am I doing? I'm blaming the jacket today. That's my excuse, at least. So glad that chat is working. Oh, we made better boxes, but that's fine. I've heard, no, the timer was on. I've gone over. I've gone over my 10-minute timer. But, do some quick ellipses for warm-up. I feel like my wrist is too close to the desk. And then we'll get to our textures. We're working fast today. We're gonna try to get 2 textures done. Ugh. Meh. Not feeling super ellipsoid today. Man, that is so strange. What in the world? Both I have 2 control panels up right now for the stream, and they're both fighting each other. They have completely different stats. Strange, okay, I don't know how that works. Perfect stuff. Wow, these freehand lines are much straighter than my actual lines I did over there. Yeah, okay, this jacket is actually kind of annoying me. I know I usually make the excuse, but should probably switch to hoodies and sweatshirts instead of or sweaters, I should say, instead of these larger jackets. Perfect. Yeah, not at all, but oof. Yeah, that line is not behaving in the bounds of convergence at all, geez. One day I'll figure these out correctly. Wow, those are some pretty good lines. Almost as good as my second day of streaming. That was a really great day for lines. I am holding the pin a lot higher than I usually do, so maybe that's the secret. Maybe I just have like my middle finger resting where this part is, and the rest is grabbing higher than that. So we'll try to repeat that in the future. It's definitely not making my ellipses any better, but oof, not at all. Actually, I'm getting a lot less jitter. Like, I have my lack of confidence as per usual with these lines, but usually I have jitters. This is kind of preventing that. As I say, where I have one kind of like right there. Do a big old circle here. Okay, this jacket's very annoying me. We may lose the jacket in a bit. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna do for right now. And we're gonna do the texture texture. I read timer in chat, now it's texture time. Oh my gosh. Today is not a good day for speaking for me, I guess. Awesome, so, without further ado, let's make sure. Oh, uh-oh. Oh wait, I just realized for some odd reason I opened Inkscape instead of PureRef. Geez, okay, let's try to fix that up real quick. There we go, okay, back to it. Apologies. PureRef is open, switch over to our reference, there we go. Oh, and look, our chat kind of moved, kind of jittered, but I wouldn't say that's bad at all. So we have two textures here. I'll keep the other one secret, even though you'll probably see it on accident. But yeah, first we're doing bananas, so yay. Very, very fun stuff. Not much else to it. I do like the shape that's going on here with the bananas, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is an octagon, but not a traditional one because you have these larger angles right here and these smaller angles right here. Now, how we'll integrate that with the circular forms we have in there, I don't know. But we do have a lot of options with this interior part, these nice little dots, which we know to be careful with. And then we have this, like, triangle thing? I don't know. We got this cool shape going on the inside, so we can experiment with that. So yeah, without further ado, instead of going straight to this page, we will go over here, do some practices. Make sure we set our timer. Good thanks to chat. So yeah, there we go. Let's do 1 hour, as we do. Awesome, good stuff, and let's get started. So, what I'm immediately noticing, and I already said this, is the angle, the shape we have going on here. So, a dramatic version of this shape. It's almost like a pentagon on the outside, slight pentagon. Actually gonna draw like a hexagon on accident. Okay, this was not good. Maybe we should draw smaller. Okay, let's yeah, I'm not too happy with that. So, okay, redoing that. Let's take a better look at this. So yeah, it's like we have that really pointy top. And we have these kind of rounded edges that I did a bit too big. They should have been smaller and height-wise. And then yeah, you're right. I should be ghosting this. I don't want to. You caught me. Okay, we shall ghost. We shall ghost. I'm gonna finish that right there though. Okay, because yeah, usually when it comes to textures, I use my wrist way too much, but I've been caught. Good for keeping me honest. Alrighty, let's do it. So, 2 goes, yeah. And then we have this part down here. Stupid jacket. Kind of have this going on. So yeah, that's awful. Oh wait, I know the perfect way to solve this. What am I doing? Wanna know what an octagon kind of looks like? It kind of looks like a box. Or it kind of looks like a square, I should say. So we'll make a really rough square. Good stuff. I'm not going to bisect it like that. I'm just going to do estimates as to where the midpoints are. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Thank you for keeping me honest. Make sure to hold it as I was earlier, because I found some success with that. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to say... Apologies for not ghosting this part. We're going to move the corners. It goes into right here. So I'm going to say... Yeah, we'll move it in a tiny bit more. And now we will kind of aren't boxes and squares just awesome? They help you draw anything. Awesome. Okay. Cool stuff. So now we have this banana shape. Obviously, some parts are rounded, and I'm not going to use my ghosting for this, unfortunately. So yeah, they are kind of rounded. We will give it a bit of that. Then we have our triangular centerpiece. Which is, so we're gonna, it's gonna go, kind of go like this. And just to keep ourselves. Awesome. Okay. Man, we are constructing the heck out of this poor banana. Okay. So we have these three areas, and then we have these weird, like, V-shaped things. So each one is gonna... I'm gonna... do this almost. And on all these lines, about right here. Move that one up. Already starting to look like a banana. Okay, so yeah, we obviously do have these like more seedy areas right here, so I'm gonna just darken this up. This isn't actually the texture, but it's kind of already looking like that. Because we're just awesome at drawing bananas. And then we have these weird, like, it's a taper, it's a... Very nice. Yeah, it's like a weird mustache, I guess? And kind of a... And it kind of, yeah, almost does that. So we're gonna do taper, taper, mustache, mustache, inside. Taper, taper. Randomness and error is always appreciated here because it's nature. And then we're gonna add our little interior dotted areas. So I'm just gonna do this so I can match up all the lines. Eyeballing it as we do. Good stuff. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, now we have our pseudo banana. Some edges are actually a lot smoother than some of these, so we'll give it that. And yeah, we have these dots. So we learned our lesson last time to be very careful with the dots. Very, I don't know, conservative with them is the best word. And obviously these actual lines, I'll mark it in green. We will not be drawing those lines. It'll be implied by the thickness of our dots, and as we notice, the dots do get larger as they go away from the edge there. So we're going to have this darker edge with smaller dots, and then we'll start spending more time on the dots near the outside, making them larger. And we may, I'm gonna do an addendum to this. Do not draw fully. We want our kind of broken line that we did yesterday with the, actually 2 days ago with the bubble wrap. I think that was 2 days ago. Let's hope. So yeah, back to it. Going to kind of bring these dots out, and so yeah, we're gonna try to see if there's a grouping of these dots, but it mainly seems like they don't extrude too far from the wall. And in fact, on the wall of the banana, there is a region where there are none at all, kind of. So what we'll do, or they're just so small it's hard to see, so we could have a third layer to it. Not sure if that works fully, but that's just an idea. And so yeah, it's kind of looking like a pizza right now, I'm not gonna lie. And then we do have these lines kind of jutting out. So with these, our like tri-section kind of, have this kind of going out from the center with our dotted lines that we love so much. And as we've learned time and time again, sometimes less is more. So even though this may look a bit strange, and this could be a dotted line as well too, like the mustache and the curve, those could be dotted lines. Yeah, this looks like more than a pizza than a whatever it's called, banana. So cool. Oh, I was reading some of my analytics wrong. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Anyways, so I'm gonna break this down into a couple more pieces, but other than that, I feel pretty confident drawing this. I'm gonna draw the layers of the banana. So we have, pull our blue pen here. We have the exterior no dot layer. We have our interior tiny dot. We have our broken, and I'm gonna put a question mark on the no dot if we want to do that. We have our broken line. And then, oh, we forgot to do the bigger dots, so let's do those. So they're rarer and larger. Need to be a bit more random with them. And this sudden shift from small dot to large dot is a bit strange, so we'll add a couple more heavier dots in there. Don't overdo it. This isn't totally looking the way I was hoping, so we'll see. And yeah, of course we have our larger dots. We have our, I'm gonna call them seed pits. Seed pits. And then we have these like little rye paths, I'm gonna call them. And it looks like we don't really have much going on in the center. If anything, these kind of connect. Form a weird like star shape almost. So we'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much. Let's hope it stays looking this way. So we are going to make a larger version of this, more in line with an ellipse, like that. And yeah, so we'll start. Where to start on this one? I think we should start by kind of forming the shape of the octagon here. So the octagon has the two. Let's make sure we're like we learned in our apple lesson from yesterday, that we're following the minor axis of this correctly. There we go. So yeah, these are the minor axes. And so I'm gonna align the shape of this with that. There's the major axis. So yeah, we kind of have our known axes of the ellipse to kind of help us form the shape of the banana here. I'm gonna call it octangular, the octangular shape of the banana. It's probably not at all the right word, but whatever. So, no, did not curve that one in. Oh, I should be ghosting. Too bad. There we go. Okay, cool. And go there. And this is not at all supposed to be reflective of what we want on our page. It's just kind of getting our ideas out there, testing them, see if we like them or not. Okay, cool. Yeah, that shape looks terrible. Oh, God. Okay. So yeah, we're going to do our layers, I guess. So we have our smaller dots. I'm only going to do it for a portion of this. We'll consider we had this, so in fact, these could almost be our little tri-sections, as I called it, or tri-paths. The banana. And then we're gonna have our mustache. Looking more at these, we kind of have this thing. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, these need to be thinner, so we'll redo it over here maybe. Yeah, I kind of like that more. So you definitely want to make these thinner. Nice. And I think, going back to what I was talking about earlier about making this stream unlisted, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a public playlist of all my streams, and I'll add my live streams to it. But it'll contain only unlisted videos, so it's only accessible through there. Not that I want to make it harder for people to join in, but I want to catalog my progress while still encouraging people to join in on these. If it's one person, so be it. If it's 12 people, great. If it's 100 people, I'll probably get a bit nervous. But yeah, no, it's a weird balance between mixing me wanting to share this with people and maintaining my own kind of, I wouldn't say privacy, but small social space, I guess. I'm gonna keep the outside of the banana, keep outside mostly circular. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, 100k special, I know, right? Oh, Christ. That'd be awful. That'd be the end of me. And that's the thing, I'm not even against social interaction or things like that, just the concept of a giant stream, that sounds horrifying to me. Would not want that. Oh, and I just hit my camera. Apologies. But yeah. So, like what I did here with the broken line, not totally circular. Should ghost that out, as recommended. We're gonna just be very, very light with our dots, kind of sprinkle them. Make them a bit heavier. We get closer to the edge. And then once we get past that edge, we get pretty big. And let's keep in mind that we're going to see more of them over here because the ellipse gets wider, the path gets wider than we would over here. And I'm kind of still debating if we do dots. It's very easy to overdo it and kind of lose. I think I'll do a rough edge of the banana to kind of symbolize that there's a lot of dots right there. But too much ink can be a problem, as we've definitely explored on my previous textures. I think we'll go conservative, less ink on this one. Less dots, and we'll choose to add it. So we'll not quit, but we'll stop early to reflect on what we've drawn so far. Good stuff. So, yeah, I say we get to it. Only 17 minutes in, we could do our first texture. Maybe we'll get to 3 today. How many do we have remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like. Yep, we have 5 textures remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good stuff. And we'll have our first page finished, which is Absolutely ridiculous. Amazing to think about. And so today we'll do our banana. This one's pretty big, so I'll save it. I'll do this one. Get this whole one finished. This is definitely my favorite sausage form, because this is, in my opinion, the best collection of textures that I've done. If I didn't have the bell pepper here, this would be a close second. And of course, my favorite textures are ones where I was really conservative with the whatever it's called, ink. So we'll remember to do that here and try to make this our second best, huh? Let's keep our banana with us. Just review. We have our different layers. We have our broken line tiny dot. We're not going to do our no dot section. Our larger dots, the seed pits in the center with the mustache and curve. We have our tri-paths, which will definitely make sure that adds some nice texture on the inside. Be careful. Make the mustaches very thin. Just makes it look better. Doesn't mean they can't be long in this direction, but, you know. And other than that, and actually I just realized, based on my new setup, oh, don't do that. PureRef has such strange controls. I'm going to move this over here so I can still see everything. Yeah, awesome. Very glad I have an ultra-wide monitor. Very glad I invested in this because, geez. Lots of stuff to keep track of. Okay, so let's do it. I'm gonna move this over here so I can somewhat reference my idea, but we also want to be sticking to our reference. Oh my gosh, why have I not thought of this? I'm going to, my OBS is on the left side of the screen. I'm going to move it to the right. Then from here, I can have everything in view. Oh, perfect setup. Amazing. Awesome. Very happy. Okay, cool stuff. Wow, chat's working, music's working, timer's working. Hopefully music isn't cutting in and out, but creator mix, we'll see what we can do to fix that. But yeah, okay, back to it. So let's get started on this banana. Move my code out of the way because it's been causing issues so far. Okay, so we're gonna do. Oh man. Yeah, always the worst part is just starting. I think we'll start with the outside circle, do our tri-path, so we know the bounds of everything, and then we start slowly and very conservatively filling these in. There's no undo button in this situation. Let's be very careful. So just to avoid what I did, which texture was it? It was a somewhat minimal one. Was it the bubble wrap? No. The okra. Not going to put a dot in the center because that's kind of very noticeable. So we're going to look at our minor axis. We're going to go just across here. Oh wait, no, let's start with our outer one. And I'm going to kind of thicken up. This ellipse just so I can keep track of it. Okay, so gonna be very light with our pen. We're gonna go around the ellipse with our broken path. Oh goodness. I think that's good enough. Hell, we could even just leave it like that. I think that's fine, honestly. In the stream can barely pick that up. We'll do a bit of a zoom in. Geez, yeah, okay. Make sure the light's all adjusted. Oh, it's a flimsy setup. Okay. I'm losing some room on my desk, so we'll move a bit over here. Shift our camera. Oh, there we go. All kinds of adjustments today. Just get a bit closer so we can see more what's going on. Awesome. Yeah, I don't think we need to make many changes to that. Let's look at this again just to refresh us what this try thing we're talking about is. Really fades off over here. So we need to focus on it mainly in the middle. And we just make the hard decision of where these lines will be. Dividing up things up into threes is always difficult, but I'm going to pick right here. I think I may want to do it from the side, just to help imagine what this ellipse is like. I think it's okay. Next one's going to be down here. The center looks a bit empty, but I'll take it. I think that's fine. Pull my camera a bit towards me. Oh, my camera just... Oh, okay. I think we're good. I think we're still alive. Awesome. Let's keep to it. Oh, why did I do that? Well, time to even it out. Cool. Okay, let's add our mustaches in there. In fact, I don't even feel like doing it. I mean, I'm very happy. I mean, you don't know this is a banana yet, but... Gonna go like this, yeah, almost like a bracket. Now remember, we want to be skinny with this. Yeah, okay, whatever. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Because those lines were a bit heavier than I wanted. Nah. Yeah, true. If I hold it 100 miles away, I won't even notice the issues. But yeah, that is very true. There's only so much detail we can care about at once. Okay, we'll add some light dots. Very, very, very noticeable dots. These are the seeds. Trying to be as light as humanly possible here. Now, this is the third time I've brought it up, but I'm pretty dead set on that unlisted video idea, so I think we're gonna commit to that tonight. And just do our best to invite as many people as we can to the stream, so we can still help out people, be consistent, and work on projects that fulfill themselves. So at the end of the day, I can't force people to work on things that they enjoy, but at the same time, I can hopefully give a healthy push in that direction. Alrighty. It's so thin. In fact, of all my textures, this is the lightest I've done. If there's anything I should darken up, what should it be? And it looks like I'm going to go with the edge here a tiny bit. Just double up on some of these lines. I just hit my leg on my desk and I'm in a bit of pain. There we go. And then I'm going to double up on the mustache a tiny bit. Even though those are already pretty dark. Nope, put a bit too much ink over there, so let's balance it out. I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it. It is a relative, very relative depiction of a banana, but I'll take it. That's banana. I'll stand by it. I know this sounds stupid, but I'm going to double check that I spelled banana correctly. Because this is ink, and if you know anything about ink, you can't erase it too easily. So, okay. Yep, we spelled it correctly. Good. It's my fear of misspelling things on here. Let's do it. Ban. And banana. The line kind of messes it up, but we're there. We spelled it correctly. We shall celebrate. Hopefully people don't mess up the Wagyu beef for the banana, but I think that's a pretty easy distinction. I feel like this just, I had this conversation before. I feel like I did more textures than usual. Like, whenever I see other people do this, I feel like their pages, have less textures. But hey, I'm getting more practice, so ha, I win in the end, right? No. What is this, 30 minutes left, and we've already done one really good texture one or roll today. I love it. 4 textures remaining. Oh my gosh, I could probably finish this tomorrow. Isn't that awesome? And then I have a whole nother page to do. But that is so exciting. I'm very excited. And now for our second texture of the day. Wait, have I already done this one? Let me double check. I haven't. Cool. Okay. But yeah, real quick side tangent. Looking at how this worked, if I could go back to the tree and do these lighter lines, I'm actually pretty happy with the slate roof, which is just me redoing the stone brick. If I could go back to a lot of these and just do these lighter lines and then move on, I probably would have fared a lot better in many of the scenarios. So definitely the whole lesson I've learned from this is less is more. That is like the biggest lesson I've learned so far. It's okay for it to look empty initially, right? Because once we step away, yeah, you know? So yeah, less is more. Because even my ochre, which I despise, not as much as these, looks passable. Doesn't look like an ochre, looks passable because I did very light lines around most of it. So we'll continue that with our next texture. Let's see if we can move it around correctly. The tomato. A very weird looking tomato. That's why I picked it. This one's going to be a bit more difficult, but I think this inner shape's going to be fun to mess with. If we wanted to, I could see these seeds in here. If I wanted to, we could make these shiny parts have a bit of a gleam to them. Don't know how we do that, because that would mean all of this would have to be black, which would be too much over inking, as we've definitely tried to avoid it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna go with probably 6. I like even numbers. We're gonna go with 6 seeds on each side. I'm just so happy all my little widgets on screen are working for once. That's amazing. Anyways, of course I get everything to work on my stream and then talk about making it all unlisted. Who cares? Actually, unlisted, I think I won't get as pushed for DMCA stuff. So maybe custom music would be a bit easier. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Because the DMCA bots will be more prone to it, but whatever. Anyways, tomato time. So yeah, we have 12 seeds. We'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bit of a weird, let's say, tree shape in the center with a V right here. I can already see how I want to draw this. These will be our light broken lines. Same thing with this outer edge. Inner edge is the most important, so this will probably be a fully connected line. And we'll have a little bump for each of our C's. Remember, 4 down here, 2 up here. We're ignoring the 7th. This will be a little fun thing to draw. It'll be a circle, probably, so we won't get to have this little butt shape up here, even though we did kind of manage it for the apple core. We don't want a repeat of our bell pepper sides, because, yeah. So, let's get started. Now, if you really think of it, a tomato is shaped like a square, so we're going to do a square. Awesome. Oh goodness. It'd be awesome if I could do a straight line. Oh, that's gonna be a rectangle. Hell. Nice. Okay. I'll bisect it. That's not even bisecting, it's just marking the midpoints, I guess. And we'll create our circle. Move back my jacket so I can't complain. Okay, I know I said I can't complain, but I'm still gonna complain. I probably should have done the 2-pass on that. Regardless, we're here to make a tomato, not to be perfect. So, what we got going on here is, let's see, the center point, tiny bit above that, we're gonna do a line. This will mark the kind of head of our tree. And the bottom of the tree, I'd say is about right here. And then, thickness-wise, I'm gonna go like this. Kind of like the synth in this song. Oops. Trust me, this will all make sense in a second. My brain likes dividing things into pieces, which is hopefully a useful skill for construction, drawbox, and anything art related. We'll see. So we have that. We have our little pokey thing. First, let's do our inner circle. This is probably a bit too high for what I want, but was going to buy an ellipse guide for Christmas, but I forgot. And it's so expensive that I just don't want to buy it anymore. So we have the interior of our tomato. And then with that, we're going to do our little pokey. I'm just going to do this with straight lines first. We'll connect it. Gotta love our basic shapes. Then what else we're gonna do? This pokey, yeah, so we have our tree. So it's gonna kind of go like this a bit. Doesn't all converge to a fine point. Then stem up here, I'd say is about this wide. Maybe a bit smaller. Yeah, I'd say this is the interior circle part, so it touches down right here. So it goes like this. Maybe a bit big. We'll stick with it for now. I'm looking at my streams reference instead of this one. So yeah, looking at this, I probably should have moved it in a bit more. So we'll leave a note for ourselves to pinch these together. Nice. And then we will, of course, have the seed part of it. Nice. Now, it is a bit like a tree, so we're going to have this bulbous part to it. It's like a heart almost, the heart of the tomato. I found coming up with my own anatomical definitions for parts of the things I draw, like the mustaches and stuff like that, help me remember the shapes, so I don't forget about when I'm actually drawing it. It's a bit strange, but I'll take it. And if we remember, we have 1 seed, 2 seed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 seed, 2 seed. We could probably push one up there, make it a bit more even. And then kind of flesh out. That was not a pun. This is a bit more pinched, so we're gonna do this. Even maybe a bit more, yeah. This is a bit more intricate than the banana, I must admit. fact, it's so intricate, I'm almost liking how it looks as is. That's probably all the constructions lines that are here and such. Okay, and then we have our seats, which, I mean, nothing too crazy. Just teardrops. I'm not going to completely follow the lines with this because I want a somewhat even distribution of these seeds. Gosh, 365 days. That's going to be a fun thumbnail to make for these videos. I do need to change these up because the backgrounds are a bit the same. I'm just so lazy that I don't want to scan my work. And I'm very OCD. I want to scan, I have a printer that I really like using to scan it, but I don't have access to it a lot of the time. So I scan it with my phone, but this phone doesn't have the exact same dimensions and it can change up sometimes. So like, it bothers me. And speaking of bothering me, I just realized the music player is not working. Well, I'll watch like the music player stop working and then the chat stop working and the timer stop working and the music to start cutting out. Let's try to get that back up and running, huh? I just realized I clicked on the wrong thing. This is tuna, isn't it? Come on, tuna. Let's get back to it. Just gonna update it and hopefully that works. Come on. Reset the app for it. Oh, okay, perfect. And yep, okay, well, that worked. Bit strange, but whatever. Let's do the little... Let's see, we do have the lines here. So these are going to be dotted lines, and they're just going to go straight up into the stem. Kind of give them some depth a bit. It does look a bit strange. Especially when there's more of a mass in the center than a bunch of individual lines. What we could do is have only like one big thick line come up. To avoid cluster, so it would look a bit like and we'll just break up more of these lines as we go along. I like this. I like this. So we'll stick with this instead of that. Leave a note. This, but broken. I'm so used to. I have a weird habit on like everything whenever I'm writing to like people, like across like text messages, Discord, whatever it may be. I put thumbs up next to everything. I literally just tried writing a thumbs up next to that. That's embarrassing, to say the least. That's very strange. Okay. Take a quick water break for a second. There we go. Actually. Good stuff. Okay, 18 minutes. I think we'll finish off on the tomato tonight. Maybe make another Frankenbox, who knows. What else is there to analyze about this tomato? We do have the little stem. Can't forget about the little stem. The little stem also connects to this, so we'll do a bit of the same. I want to call it hollow vein because that sounds weird. Give it a bit of a hard shadow right there. Nice. Do a zoom in of this. It's gonna look like this, kind of. I should have done it like that. Ignore that one. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so the seeds are going to be a bit weird. We do need to make this circle have more humps between them. Like that. So we'll draw this first and then the seeds. Seeds could have a, I guess, just like one thicker edge to it. No, that doesn't look right. Oh. And this whole thing is a bit, oh wow, that's nasty. And the whole thing is just a bit more heart-shaped. So we'll have our heart-shaped tomato. We'll do an ellipse version, and then we're going to move it to the main page. Way too big. That's a bit better. Only slightly smaller. So yeah, we're going to do our heart shape a bit. So we're going to have a gap right here, down here, I feel like. Shouldn't have curved this so down, because what we need to do now is make our little pokey thing. I just realized the minor axis or major axis of this does not line up with the major axis of the thing. Like this should be just rotated a tiny bit. Okay. So first hope, second seed, third seed, fourth seed, fifth seed. I know, sixth seed. This is not. Oh god. Okay, well we're just gonna. That's awful. Okay, that's really bad. Okay. It's gonna be a. Huh. It's more circular. I planned for more of a circle than an oval, so we'll see what we can do with this. Did not line up with the... at all. Try to fix that. Whatever. Guess we'll have a, Not feeling that either. Keep working on it. We'll figure it out. That's where I would want to put it, but I think it should move down a lot. It's right here almost. It's gonna seem really thin. I just realized, oh my gosh, I've been drawing this wrong. These are supposed to meet with the outside. This is that ring. Oops. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, well. We're just gonna pull out another piece of paper. I don't even feel like conserving space. We can turn this into a new worksheet paper. There we go. Man, we are making great time today. major axis is off. I just noticed that, but who cares? Will be a bit of an elongated one, but we'll make it work. Yeah, we should draw the seeds first, probably. So 1 seed. 2 seed. We should start with the center ones too, because those will be the smallest technically, and we can kind of gauge everything out from that. 3. 4. 5. 6. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. We are kind of neglecting the heart shape of it, but meh. So the toughest part of this one will be having this imaginary ellipse in there and drawing the seeds to it. Lighter lines, that's what I need to work on. Yep. Do our strange lines. It's gonna kind of go like this. They need me to converge more in the center. Thank you very much. I somewhat disagree, but we're gonna keep working towards that. Ah, jeez. Yeah, that center one's messing me up. It's because it's like the actual one has like sphere up here, tinier sphere down here. Not even that, it's just like a triangle with tapered edges. So a heart shape, like we said before. It's gonna be a hard one to draw, but we're gonna do it. Because I think it looks good. I have a lot of the ideas so far. So let's work on that center one. Gonna ignore the outside for a bit. So this is the inner pit of it. Looks like that. Minor axis, major axis, sorry. There we go. Should probably be drawing that before I draw the ellipse, but meh. Very meh mood today about things. Oh man, we may run out of time. And not that I'm going to quit once this I will probably finish this, but still. We were on track earlier. So if we had our triangle. Oh wow. Well, that's a bit far. Notice how the height over here is different than the height right here. Seed, 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 seed. This is a rough sketch, so I'm not, trying to do anything special. Curve, curve, poke, poke, curve. There's still a rounded edge to this, so. Huh. Very, very difficult. Let's these tomatoes and skewers tonight. And also, it does have this weird, like, layer to it. Kind of goes around. So we'll make sure to draw that with our broken lines. This part... we basically need to follow a circle, so... we have a circle. Do something like that for the actual one. Don't know why drawing a circle there helped me, but it helped me. Let's see. I guess we'll do it right here at the tomato right here, right next to the apple. Oh yeah, I said I would do it over here to make this the second best organic form, but I'm also liking this one. I'm saying we kind of just commit. I know that's never a good idea, but... oh yeah, sorry, we're doing it over here. My heart wants me to do it right there for some odd reason. I guess we'll start, as we should, with most of them, doing the, like, little outline thing. Because it's generally the same as the banana, just a bit wider. We're going to do what we said last time. We're going to do everything light and then start adding weight to it. I like going clockwise. As per usual, the axes don't line up, ironically, same as the apple, but I think we'll get away with it, and we'll put the stem up here. I think if we make this, we just make the stems so, or the seeds, so small. What we're gonna do, I forgot to leave room for those connections, but that's fine. We'll make it work. Hell, this could be, nah, it's too small. I was gonna say this could be the outer line that we're talking about. We can add that right here really quickly. So small, so light. I kind of did the opposite of that, dang. Oops. Whatever. More detail, who knows? Eye of the beholder, whatever. Check on my stream, make sure everything's still clanking. Cool, cool. I see it a bit more. It's gonna be tough, but it's doable. Guess this should spend less time in my head and more time ghosting a tiny bit. Or I could have made this whole thing circular and just had a lot of room for whatever. That could have been an option as well. I think we might have done something there. Might have cooked a little. We'll see. I think we crowded it a bit too much. Oops. We'll make it work though. Do these very small, little sharp points for our seeds. Yeah, this was a bit wide, but think we can make it work still. Very scared to do the veins in the center now, but we'll... I think I overdid it there, but we'll manage. I was about to add more ink, but I remembered my rule. We're just gonna let it be for a second. And let's see our stem. It's cut, so it's gonna be flat. It's a very stubby stem. Oops. I'm gonna make the seeds black, just to make them pop a bit more. It's not very intelligible from a distance. Oh, timer just went out though, so perfect timing. We could do dots. The fabled dots. We can't do them that much now because the seeds are now black, but we could give some roughness to the edge of the tomato. Trying to define just a bit more where the regions are. It's very crowded. That's a bit of a shame. I think that's good enough for now. Satisfies me. I'll add a tomato next to that. I know how to spell tomato correctly. Yay! Tomato finished. Second texture, and we're looking good. And we only have 1, 2, 3 textures remaining. Wow, that's heartwarming. It makes me feel good. We did a banana and tomato today. Wow, yeah. Not too happy with the tomato, but I'm pretty happy with the banana. I feel like we could add, actually, looking at it from that angle, add a bit of some dots right here to indicate that these are the walls that you're seeing. To indicate that it gets darker down here. Takes a lot to look at it, and there's a lot of construction lines I accidentally left on there, but I'll take it, you know? And man, feel like my writing size is just getting larger and larger as I do this. The tomato is just boom, tomato. Add some more. Kinda. Don't do what I did with the Wagyu and overdo it. Okay. I think that is a successful day so far. So what did we learn? As recommended by our good friend Delano. We're going to do a bit of a fake journaling session right now. Successful, typical warm-up, nothing of note there except for I like it when I hold the pen a bit higher. Not that high, but yeah, I like it that way, so we're going to start doing that for longer lines. It's not as helpful for smaller lines. Banana, you know, once again, everything looks like a square. Everything can be estimated by a cube. We'll take it. Broke it into its pieces. I really like how the banana turned out. Less was definitely more in that case. Yeah, nothing much to say there. I like the construction of the tomato. The main issue was it got turned into an ellipse, so everything got stretched, and that was one big issue. So crowding was a big issue. I do like it though. I'm not gonna say I hate it. Not as much as the okra for sure. Yeah, it was just a very, very small ellipse, so it was very hard to do so much detail in such little space. So going forward, I think for my next dissections exercises, I'm going to specifically look for larger degree ellipses drawn. And so like, you know, over here I drew over the ellipse, but this one was pretty large degree compared to this one. So I could have not done all of this corn, and instead this tomato could have gone there and I could have extended the octopus. That's just something going forward. Other than that though, ghosting was very helpful for a lot of this, for making sure that I wasn't doing things incorrectly, so thank you for catching me on that, and that is definitely a very, very helpful thing to stick with going forward. But I think that's about everything for today. Landed about 8 minutes earlier than usual. In the big update that I'm probably gonna just start posting and streaming off of an unlisted playlist, just to control, you know, the chaos. That even though I'm not a super popular streamer, I've averaged about 1 viewer per stream, so nothing crazy. But I just I don't want it to, you know, grow out of hand. I like the more intimate is a terrible word to describe it, but you know, the closer feel of only a couple people in the chat. Not that we've had more than 2. But yeah, so with all that being said, I really like how this turned out. I gotta go to the gym after this, so still gotta keep it going, even though it's nighttime. We've got a lot of hobbies to stick with. Please keep me updated on all of your hobbies, what you worked on during this drawing session, how those are going, and if you'd like any advice, or if you have any advice or critique to give me. That being said, thank you very much for joining us so far, and yeah, I think that's all. So thank you very much. I know I keep saying that, and have a good one. See ya. Wait, I still don't have a I still don't have a... We'll just go to the start stream. There we go. Okay, see ya.